Welcome back to TTI. Today, we're heading deep into the wilderness to watch an absolutely massive underground cabin come to life, built by Luxon Bushcraft. And honestly, after seeing this level of effort, digging a hole for a garden plant suddenly feels like a major engineering project. Right from the beginning, this build is a battle between human determination and unforgiving terrain. The excavation is carefully shaped with controlled wall angles to reduce the risk of collapse, proving this isn't just random digging with extra confidence. At the same time, large logs are stripped, and their lower sections are slowly burned over an open fire. This traditional method chars the wood's outer layer, making it far more resistant to moisture, insects, and decay. Basically, it's ancient wood preservation, with a little barbecue energy. Once prepared, the vertical support logs are lowered into the pit and firmly secured into the ground. Massive horizontal beams are then installed across the structure, connecting everything into a powerful frame. As more supports are added, the dugout slowly transforms from a giant hole into a serious survival shelter. The walls are completed using stacked logs, creating a strong enclosure capable of handling enormous pressure from the surrounding earth. But this project doesn't rely only on traditional craftsmanship. Modern waterproofing systems are introduced, as a thick PVC membrane is carefully wrapped around the outer walls to block groundwater from entering the cabin. Attention then shifts to the roof. Wooden planks are installed across the upper beams, forming a solid deck that is later covered with the same waterproof barrier. Together, these layers create a sealed, protective shell around the structure. Inside, extra logs reinforce the walls, while also increasing insulation and thermal mass. A moisture barrier is added across the floor, followed by layers of bark and natural materials that help trap heat and keep the interior dry. Each piece is individually shaped to fit naturally into place, preserving the cabin's organic style instead of forcing perfectly identical parts. The joints are simple but highly effective, relying on tight-fitting connections and mechanical fasteners for strength. The result feels sturdy, practical, and visually consistent with the rest of the build. As construction advances, retaining walls are built around the structure to stabilize the surrounding soil during backfilling. These supports are deeply anchored to resist the constant sideways pressure created by tons of compacted earth. Because apparently, dirt is surprisingly aggressive when you pile enough of it together. Soil is gradually placed back over the roof and sidewalls, while additional reinforcements are installed around the entrance to prevent erosion and maintain long-term stability. What stands out most is the philosophy behind the construction. Nothing feels unnecessary, and nothing exists purely for decoration. Every element serves a purpose, while still contributing to the cabin's rustic beauty. The builder is no longer just constructing a shelter. He's shaping how the structure blends into the surrounding landscape. Once the earth covering is complete, thick layers of leaves and organic material are spread across the surface, creating natural insulation while protecting the soil from heavy rain. Finally, attention turns to the front facade and entrance. Precision becomes critical, as the door frame is carefully aligned using straight, dimensionally accurate timber. The handcrafted wooden door is assembled with a rigid framed design, and metal hinges are installed with careful positioning to ensure smooth movement and proper weight distribution. At the same time, the cabin's windows begin taking shape, with the same level of care seen throughout the entire project. The wooden frames are assembled separately, and glass panels are carefully fitted into place before installation. Once mounted into the wall openings, every frame is adjusted and aligned to sit perfectly square within the structure. Nothing is rushed here. Even the windows get better treatment than most apartment renovations. Outside the entrance, a compact metal stove is prepared for installation. While it may look simple, this piece will eventually become the heart of the shelter, providing both heat and a place to cook during long periods in the wilderness. Rigid insulation panels are measured, trimmed, and installed along the interior walls, especially around the window sections where heat loss is most common. Expanding foam is applied carefully along the joints between the vertical support posts and the horizontal logs, closing every small gap where cold air or moisture could enter. The windows, already installed for visibility and natural light, receive additional ceiling work to improve thermal performance. Meanwhile, the stove is moved into position and connected to a chimney system that exits through the roof. The chimney pipe is installed with careful attention to airflow and safety, allowing smoke to escape efficiently while maintaining safe clearance from surrounding wood. In other words, the goal is warmth, not accidentally inventing an underground sauna powered by poor decisions. Positioned beneath a window and close to the wall, the setup allows fresh air to circulate safely while still bringing natural light into the cabin during the day. Once the ceiling work is complete, excess foam is trimmed away to create clean edges and a more finished appearance. The project then continues outside on the wooden platform, where raw timber is carefully measured and cut for furniture construction. Using simple but reliable tools like a square, saw, and drill, the builder shapes each piece with impressive precision. Every connection point is pre-drilled to prevent the wood from splitting, a small detail that reveals serious experience and patience. Tight joints and clean cuts improve both durability and strength, while cross-bracing is added to eliminate unwanted movement and keep the furniture rigid under pressure. Back inside the shelter, attention turns toward integrating furniture directly into the structure itself. Wooden supports are installed between the vertical log posts, each one carefully trimmed to match the uneven contours of the natural logs. This stage highlights the builder's craftsmanship more than ever, because working with raw timber means no surface is perfectly straight or identical. Every fit requires repeated adjustments, patience, and a very healthy relationship with measuring tools. The combination of raw timber, visible wood grain, and warm lighting creates more than just a shelter. It feels comfortable, welcoming, and surprisingly peaceful for a place hidden underground in the middle of nowhere. Honestly, it looks cozier than some city apartments charging monthly rent. A large horizontal beam is then installed to form the foundation of a bed platform. The beam is leveled with precision to ensure long-term stability and comfort. Mechanical fasteners secure the structure, but the strength also depends heavily on tight-fitting joinery that distributes weight evenly across the frame. As the interior layout develops, every inch of space is used intelligently. In a compact shelter like this, poor planning can quickly make the space uncomfortable. Here, structural supports also function as furniture supports, while flat surfaces become storage areas and workspaces at the same time. By this stage, the dugout no longer feels like a construction site. It is transformed into a fully functional living space where heating, cooking, sleeping, and daily survival all work together with remarkable efficiency. The next day, work continues on the porch as the builder expands both its appearance and functionality. A long horizontal log is installed along the front edge, serving as both structural reinforcement and the foundation for a bench-like seating area. Roof support posts are then connected with additional horizontal beams, gradually forming a partial railing around the platform. Once again, fire becomes part of the process, as the ends of logs are carefully charred for added durability. Using hand tools like a saw and chisel, precise cuts and notches are carved into each piece. Unlike factory-built construction, where every component is identical, every log here has its own shape, texture, and personality. Which also means every single piece demands its own custom solution. Somewhere, a measuring tape is working overtime. Attention then turns toward building the staircase. Rather than simply stacking steps together, the builder creates a complete structural system. Two angled side beams act as stringers, carefully positioned to establish a comfortable climbing angle that balances safety with efficient use of space. The slope is carefully chosen, not so steep that it feels like climbing a ladder, but not so shallow that it takes half the forest to reach the entrance. Each point where the staircase touches the ground is reinforced to distribute weight evenly and improve stability. As the staircase develops, safety and comfort become increasingly important. Instead of forcing perfectly straight rails, the builder embraces the natural curves and shapes of the timber. Vertical support posts are carefully installed and aligned to create a strong, continuous handrail system, while additional upright elements form a protective side barrier. Back inside the cabin, attention shifts towards smaller woodworking details. Working beneath warm lighting, the builder measures and cuts compact wooden planks to create modular storage components. A small wooden drawer frame is assembled with careful precision, designed to fit seamlessly into the existing structure. Reclaimed wood becomes especially noticeable during this stage. Differences in grain, color, and texture are left visible rather than hidden, giving each piece its own character. Controlled thermal treatment is applied once more using a small torch, lightly darkening the wood surface for added protection and visual contrast. Every adjustment inside the cabin may look small, but together they completely transform the space. What started as a simple shelter now functions like a smart, self-sufficient living environment. Walls are no longer just walls. They support shelves, stabilize furniture, and even help manage heat throughout the cabin. The builder uses wood with remarkable intelligence, taking full advantage of its natural insulating properties to trap warmth where it's needed most. Instead of adding complicated systems or unnecessary gadgets, he relies on thoughtful design and practical craftsmanship. Everything has a purpose, and nothing is wasted. What makes this project especially impressive is its restraint. The builder never overcomplicates the cabin or fills it with flashy features. Every change improves comfort, efficiency, or durability in some meaningful way. Even the smallest spaces are carefully planned and fully utilized. By the end, the cabin feels less like a handmade shelter and more like a perfectly tuned survival machine. Honestly, this place is so efficient, it probably uses space better than most modern kitchens filled with mystery drawers nobody opens.